Little things like this make a big difference. I definitely recommend that you add that into your marketing mix or consider it. And you don't have to do live stuff. You can grab a microphone, have the 10 questions you want to answer, and you can just start talking and record yourself. And if you screw up, start over again, edit it out, no big deal. When you're live, it's a little different. Then you got technology that can screw you there. Something doesn't work, you're not recording. I've done that before. I did a 2-hour webinar and it didn't record. Oh. And I'd already promised people that they'd get it. So I had to go back and film it by myself for 2 hours straight. That was not cool at all. All right. More relationship stuff. The whole idea of your attractive character. That's when you're thinking of how you're going to present yourself to your list. You know, maybe you're the guy that is this, you know, if I were to say, Liz, who's the internet marketer that's kind of like the laid-back surfer dude from California? That's part of his character. 4 or 5 years ago, he lived in Georgia and shorter hair. Same killer sense of humor. But that's part of his character. People know that when he's going to crack some good jokes and keep people entertained. And when he was on stage at Launch Tree, everyone was in there listening to him. Every marketer. Most times we're off screwing off or you know, we're out of the room making connections a lot of times and not so much in there listening because we don't want to be distracted. We already know what our goal is for our business. So hearing great opportunities is great, but we're not in there to learn because we already know what we kind of need to do. And that's almost like a distraction. Most times marketers will go in there just because they've never heard someone, you want to listen to their clothes or how they talk. But Kern, he had everyone there because we knew he'd be entertaining. And yes, he swore up there on stage. He warns people ahead of time. But that's his thing. Some people hate him. Not hate him. Some people don't care for him. I don't think anyone hates him. Some people, maybe they don't care for that. But then there's a huge group that really like it. If you can create that character, you are going to have people that maybe don't click with you. But that's just life. You can't be in the middle. I mean, you're never going to make everyone happy. It's just not going to happen. There's people complaining that they had to pay $5.95 for our Send Button Profits thing because they got us confused with another marketer was doing a $1 trial. He wasn't sending out anything, but he was doing a $1 trial. And so they went through and they bought. Then somehow they saw it was $5.95. And then they just cursing us on the help desk. It was supposed to be $1. I got mischarged. And we're like, no, you can go see the sales page. It's still live, and you're thinking of this marketer over there. And we even give him his website. See, go check it out. But it's that whole character thing. It's best to go one direction. Don't lie. And people can even see through that. Like, you know, the people that if I try to be a surfer dude, it's just not going to work. So that is part of his personality. But like Liz and I ripping on each other. We're actually holding back right now. You should hear us like up in the lounge tonight. That's part of our personality. The first time we, I think, met each other, it was just all out, just making fun of each other straight for like a whole weekend. So that's what we kind of bring into it. Now, I'm sure there's some people that are going to be like, okay, you know, they're funny and they laugh at each other. You know, it probably gets old for some people. And then there's other people that we kind of entertain them sometimes. At least a couple people, hopefully. Write as if you're talking to one person. Think of that one person. Don't say, all of you are really going to love this product. Everyone on my list should get up and buy this product. No, you want to say, hey, you know, this is really going to, you know, help you do this. You know, what you should do right now is go over there and click that link. Go check it out. I think it could be pretty cool for you. You want them to be thinking if you're talking. And I'm not the best at it. I'm getting better, but I have had affiliates that have said, you know, damn it, I thought it was a real email that you were talking to me. And because even the subject line, you make sound like kind of personal. And then they get down to the bottom like, oh, and I've been burned that way too before. Like, what's Phil saying want? To get down to the bottom, oh, this is a promotional email. That's not even to me. But if you can fool people like that, you're on the right track. And there's certain things, again, when you send an email to your friend, do you say, Jimmy, comma? No, you start right off typing usually. So that's why that personalization a lot of people are getting rid of, because that's not how people really talk, act, you know, to their friends. the whole idea of reality TV. Most people would have thought this would have burnt out a long time ago, and it's been going strong. I mean, what is Survivor in 10 years or something? I mean, I don't know if they were the first kind of big reality TV. As I'd stated a little bit earlier, people can get information on Google whenever they want. They can find out anything. I like to go to YouTube and use that as a search engine. I prefer to, or I go to Google and I go right away to videos or even images. They want to be entertained. They want to connect with you. They want to hear stories. If you're a mom and you've got 5 kids, well, if you're in the mom market, you better be talking about your 5 kids. You don't have to mention names, but you can say, yeah, my littlest one just was up all night long, throwing up all over the house. And a lot of moms will be, oh, yeah, I know all about that. Or if you're sports and you've got a sports market, you need to be talking about that. Let them know about your life. Open up. Again, it's all about this branding. You cannot do this, which is fine, but I'm telling you, do this a little bit, and your income can easily double. And then use a blog to take this to the next level. What you can do is, in your emails, you don't have to get that personal, but on your blog, you can get a little more personal, tell more stories. Because then emails, you're kind of invading their email program. But on your blog, you can give a ton of information. The people that really love you are going to show up and read it. You're not forcing them to go there. They're going there because they like it. So you can go crazy and get personal on your blogs. Now let's see, blogging. Blogging is coming up next. So you'll hear more about that from Liz. Yeah, I've got to get a lot better with blogging in my system. Twitter, now I can understand it kind of. Part of me, I can't. The whole idea of, I'm about ready to go to the bathroom. What? Some people, it's a little extreme. And I think it's good. It's, as anything, when things get big, a lot of marketers, spammy type marketers, move in and they kind of ruin it. I know I get so many replies in my Twitter thing. Somebody will reply for real, and it gets lost among all the other spammy type stupid messages that I don't even see it half the time. You can, though, make a connection with people doing that, Twitter and the blog stuff. You just can't, use that to sell your personality, Twitter, and make connections, and then drive people into your blog. Interact with people. Yeah, encourage people to comment. Reply to your email or go to post on your blog. You want them to take action. On my last launch, we had we had the most comments I've ever heard of in any launch by probably double. And we thought that out ahead of time. Not only did I want people to comment on my blog, but I'm going to bribe them to do so. So I gave away that list predictor software. If they commented about, the question was, how would $2,000 affect you and your family? $2,000 a month more affect you and your family. So it got people thinking, and it got them to interact with me and to post, and because they took action, and they started thinking about the whole thing of making more money. Well, the list income predictor software, all that did was that one screen that I showed you for each month. If you had 25 people and 3 dropped off, that simple script is what I gave them. It got them thinking about how much money I could make with this whole idea of email marketing. So all those pieces were thought out ahead of time. But yeah, you get them to interact and get them to a vested interest in your product, and it makes a big difference. You can ask people a question survey. This says it's hard to see, surveymonkey.com. I can't remember if they've got a free I just have my guys now make these now. Do they have a little free version of it? They probably limit it and that kind of stuff, or the amount of websites you can put it on. But look for free polling places. Eventually you can get a web guy that can dump all that stuff into one admin area for you to check out. But yeah, bring up controversial subjects, topics. You don't have to give them your opinion on it. Let them go crazy. They're going to keep coming back for more and more and more. You can just be the talk show host where you're mentioning it, especially if there's something controversial in your niche. And if you engage people, they'll pay attention to you. Some of Howard Stern, half the country hates him, half love him. They found that people that hate him listen to him more than people that... So of his listeners, they polled his listeners. You would think if you hated a person, you wouldn't watch it. That's not the case. They polled his listeners. The ones that really hated him listened more than the people that said they loved him. People that hate Fox News, they still watch it. Just, whatever it is, they're getting, because they're not right down the middle. They're one side. Even though news, I guess, should be kind of down the middle, they tend to be more one-sided. Well, you don't have to be down the middle. You can be one-sided, and it's going to do you a lot better. You're going to upset maybe some people, and maybe half the people won't like you and won't buy from you, but the other half are going to love you and buy a lot more to make up for people right down the middle. All right, show that you're a leader in your niche. So the whole idea of doing interviews, taking pictures with people, showing them on your blog, on your web pages. One of the first things that I did, and this was this was right after I had my first site. I held a party out in Atlanta at the big seminar, rented a room, had all the speakers come down, free booze. It cost me a couple $1,000s. I made sure I got pictures of every single person there. They had no idea who I was. At another time, we did right before a launch, Liz and I, there's 6 of us together on a project. We held a huge party. It was like $3,600, I think, we spent in booze. We had a big banner up of all 6 of us together in this kind of a matrix. We're all wearing black and black glasses, and we had postcards and everything. A chunk of people knew us, but definitely after that party, you got reciprocity going on. People got free booze. They're going to like us a lot more. Well, they probably didn't like Liz, but they sure like me a lot. Tell your subscribers what they should expect from you. How often you're going to mail, if you're going to recommend other products. Let them know. Tell them to, your bio, to whitelist you, meaning to make sure that your emails are getting through. Yeah, the whole idea that if you never suggest a product to someone, and all of a sudden after a month, you finally suggest a product, people will revolt. You've never mentioned a product before? But other guys can get away with emailing twice a day, and I've heard information kind of entertainment, the first one, the second one being more of a pitch type thing. They do it twice a day, and they sell a ton. People love it. But that's what they expect from that marketer. I recommend using your full name and email addresses. I do this too. I'll have all these emails coming through, and I don't even know who it's from. And I've been deleting emails until all of a sudden 6 months go by, and I click on it and go, oh, that's Doug's. I didn't even know that was from him, because I liked reading Doug's promotional messages, see what he's promoting. I do Jeff-Dietrich at dietrichmarketing.com or Jeff-Dietrich at sendbuttonprofits.com. I just think that people are going to recognize it and want to open it. Again, assuming that they know you, like you, trust you, they're going to open it. But if it was just support at, then my weird blog name, they're not even going to remember that that's me. All right, train them to buy. Get them used to buying from you. You can train them to buy small things to start. You can also give buyers unadvertised bonuses. So they buy through you. You go into ClickBank. You look to see who bought through you, and send them unadvertised bonuses. Hey, I noticed you bought ClickBank, even though I didn't say you're going to get a bonus. Thank you. Now, actually, that is something I have not done yet. I do need to do that. I mean, how many people have gotten a kind of a unadvertised bonus like that? Sweet. I mean, it's